All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Rack Me football show. Hey, how's it going? It's me, the Z Man. With me is always the commissioner, Ken Mosca. Ken, how are you?
Good to see you guys.
And ladies and gentlemen from Cleveland, Ohio, really in Cleveland, Ohio,
Truthfully,
Tony Mazer.
this time. Hi, everybody.
Joining us is a very special guest, a regular, one of my favorite comics and people from Denver, Colorado. Well, he lives in Denver, Colorado. He has a new podcast out. You can go watch episode 1 right now with Ari Shafir. It's called Diaries of a Piece of Shit. And I'm like, why wasn't I the first guest? Brandt Tobler.
You will be. The next time you're in Denver, you'll be the first one. The fans have requested you, actually.
I mean,
I love it.
as soon as I saw that title, I was like, what the fuck, man? I mean, granted, Ari's a great first guest here.
Yeah.
I mean, so you can go watch it right now. It's on your YouTube channel. What is your YouTube channel? It's
Just Brandt Tobler.
okay.
It might be Brandt Tobler Comedy, but it should be easy to find. Just Brandt Tobler. Yeah, Ari was great. He the perfect first guest because he's not going to pull any punches. He'll just answer anything without even hesitating. So it was fun to be with him.
Well, let me ask you this, because you're a huge Kobe Bryant fan, and he made one of the worst Kobe Bryant jokes of all time, like right when he died, when he was still on the ground dead, when they were scooping up him and Gia. Are you offended by that?
No, I mean, I'm a Kobe fan, but I'm a comedy fan first. So, and I just love Ari. So I wouldn't have done it necessarily, but they don't all hit. We all know that. So at the time,
That one did not hit. I loved it. And I was in New York at the time, and I remember 2 days later, like Ari was like trending on Twitter. Everybody wanted him dead. Crips wanted him dead. And I'm down in the cellar, and he comes walking down, and we're all like looking at him like a ghost. He's like, "Hey guys, what's going on?" I go, "You okay?" And you're like, "Yeah, I'm fine." He didn't care.
Yeah,
good Ari impression right there.
But Mazer wanted to say it.
Yeah,
No,
there you go.
I would have done the. I didn't know he had dandruff because they found his head and shoulders everywhere.
Oh, come on. This is a family show.
Told you Mazer wanted it.
All right, guys, this is the first episode of season 3, Ken.
Yep.
We were talking off mic about what are we going to do? Are we going to do the football pool? Are we still going to do it? How are we going to do it? What are the rules? Like, what do you want to do? You're the commissioner.
My thought was $50 buy-in for the first 20 participants. We get 20 participants. I think that makes it worth it. And it's not too much of a lift on my part to keep that going, to do the standings every week.
Okay, yeah, we're still going to do we're going to put this one out for free for everyone to watch because we've been off all season long, but we're still going to put all the stuff on Patreon. So you can go over to patreon.com/rackme and you can watch all the episodes. We're going to put the audio out for free also, but we're headed into season 1. I'm excited. Tomorrow's Thursday night. What's the first game of the week, Ken?
Detroit at Kansas City. Kansas City giving up 4.5. But before we get into that,
okay,
the power rankings came out today, and Detroit is 7th, top 10, 7th in the power rankings, one spot behind Dallas, with the Jets, Miami, and Baltimore after them. A lot of people buying high on the Lions. Just wanted to put that out there before we pick the game. I don't know if it's a reach, but they finished strong last year, obviously knocking Green Bay out of the playoffs in Green Bay. When they beat them and Green Bay didn't make the playoffs. But I don't know. I think that's a stretch for Detroit.
So what's the spread this week? It's
4.5. Right now, it's Wednesday. It's probably going to change, but we go with Wednesday afternoon. Unless something has changed, Tony. I don't know if you're looking, but I have Kansas City giving up 4.5.
Yeah, I have 4.5 as well. I think the whole thing with Detroit is it's not so much Detroit kind of proved people wrong, especially offensively last year. Because remember, their defense was just ass. It was really bad. But their offense, they would score 30 points a game, but just they would lose 35-30. But I think it's also, you look at Aaron Rodgers out of the division. The Bears are pretty underwhelming right now. And then, of course, Minnesota is just Minnesota's just kind of hanging out there. They're just relying on Justin Jefferson right now. So I think that's why everybody's looking at Detroit as kind of the best of a bad situation in that division.
And they got a couple guys suspended for gambling, right, Tony? One guy for
Alex
the
Karras?
year. Yeah,
Alex Karras, the guy from Webster?
Yeah, Alex Karras has been suspended.
The dad from Webster has been
Yeah.
suspended.
We've already started with the old school names. Just wait till we mention Earl Morrall again. That's all we did last year. It was the Earl Morrall tribute podcast.
All right, so it's 4.5. It's 4.5.
All right, well, let's start with let's go with our guest of honor, Brandt. Before we get rolling, you got anything you want to plug? Like dates coming up? I see you have a show coming up in Denver.
Yeah, I'm in Denver a lot. I'm always I'm going to Vegas the 25th through the 31st of September, and I'll be releasing a special on my YouTube. So I'm just trying to get my YouTube numbers up. So just if you don't mind, subscribe to that. And I got a bunch of new podcasts, and I shot a special, a kind of special, a different kind of special here in Denver that I'll be putting up soon.
Go to Brandt Tobler 307 on YouTube. Oh, that's an easy name to find. Fucking hit subscribe. Wait for the special to come. Brandt's a professional sports gambler. I think he won $70,000 in DraftKings, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I did. I won $75,000. Should have been $109,000, but Luka couldn't get one more fucking assist. But yeah, won $75,000. Proposed to my girlfriend at the time, and now all of the money's gone and she's gone. It worked out perfectly.
So the ring's gone? You never got the ring back?
I got the ring back and got half of what I paid for the ring, but I won $75,000 on DraftKings, and then I bought a ton of DraftKings stock just because I didn't know what to do with the money, and then that stock just tanked.
Well, you got your write-off.
Yeah. Like a true idiot. I finally tried to be responsible, and I was like, well, when I was buying the stock, I was like, gambling's not even legal in like California, Texas, New York, Florida, the 4 big states. So I was like, this has to go up once they legalize it, but then they never did. And yeah, I took a pretty good bath on it. But it was a good day to win. Winning $75,000 was an incredible day.
That's a good day.
Yeah, it was a good day. Besides the proposal.
Yeah. So what are you going with on this one?
You know what? I saw this game drop from 6.5 to 4.5 because Kelsey got hurt. But I think he'll probably play. And someone in the chat said, don't bet against Mahomes. And as a Bronco fan, I've learned that the hard way. I know how much energy there is that first night. I do think the Lions are a little overhyped. So I would take the Chiefs right now at 4.5 because I think it can only go up. It won't go any lower. The number's already adjusted to Travis being out. So if Travis plays, which I think there's a good chance that number will go back up. So I'd take the Chiefs minus 4.5.
And this is at Kansas City Chiefs, right?
Yeah. It's the Super Bowl ring ceremony night, so it'll be rocking.
Oh, yeah. It's a big time game for the Lions. They got to prove that they're real. They're not going to win. They're going to lose big time. I'm going with I hate the fucking Chiefs. I hate Patrick Mahomes. Did you ever hear how he talks?
You ever hear his wife talks? She's weird.
No. Let me pull this up real quick before we move around the horn because it's bothering me. Listen to how he talks.
Great. So, but it
sounds like a shitty.
I've kind of embraced, and the guys, Kelsey, Tyreek, and those guys throw some shots at me, but don't worry, I throw shots back.
I hate his voice. I just want to put that out there.
It's Kermit the Frog.
Yeah. Tony, who do you got?
I'm going Kansas City because I'm still not convinced that Detroit's defense is really anything. And, you know, they always say, like, oh, well, you know, defense wins championships. It hasn't really won a championship in a very long time. Kansas City, I think, is still going to be the favorite this year. And week 1, prime time, they're going to win. I'm going with that.
That could be any one of us.
I know. Oh, yeah.
What the fuck? Why aren't you talking about Stuttering John? What the fuck, man? We're doing football. Shut up. Ken, what about you, Commissioner?
Yeah, it's Kansas City across the board. Kelsey's questionable, which means he's going to play. They'll cover easily.
Easily. What's the next game, sir?
Carolina Panthers at Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta giving up 3.5.
Tony Mazer from the Check Your Brain podcast.
Chad, are you going to say what comedians are from the towns?
Oh, yeah, I'm rusty.
Who's from Charlotte that we can do, and who's from Atlanta?
Oh, I'll go with my old Punch Drunk Sports allies, Johnny Woodard from Carolina, and Jason Tebow from Atlanta.
There you go.
There he goes.
Boy, this division sucks too. I'm realizing there's a lot of bad teams in the NFL right now, and I'm underwhelmed by Carolina right now. I know they're trying to get things going with better draft picks, but the Falcons are just. I'm going to go Falcons at home, but this is going to be one of those games I'll just skip. If it's on my TV, I don't know. I'll probably watch Designing Women or something. I don't know.
Designing Women with Dixie Carter?
That's right, and Jan
Wow.
Hooks.
Jesus Christ. Well, this is Bryce Young's first game. It's never a fun game for the your first game, and the Falcons going to score a lot of points. So I'm going with the Falcons on this one. Commissioner, who you got?
Yeah, I got Atlanta.
Our guest today, Brandt Tobler, who do you have?
You know what? I call this the nobody likes onions bowl of football. Like, it'll be on, but like, who's really going to watch it? I mean, I know they'll put it on, but so I'll go with I don't really want to watch it, but I'll go with Atlanta.
Yeah, nobody's watching that game, huh? Jesus Christ. Let's keep it rolling. We got another 1:00 game, ladies and gentlemen. 1:00 in Cleveland, Ohio, where Tony resides and bought a home. He's a homeowner. We're both Cleveland Browns fans. It's the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Cleveland Browns. The battle of I-71. Cincinnati's giving up -2.5. Tony, you take it from there.
It's the Grandpa's Cheese Barn Bowl. It's the Hell is Real Bowl. Those are Ohio references there, ladies and gentlemen.
Beautiful. Yeah, beautiful.
Bengals 2.5 right now. I think Joe Burrow is kind of shaken up in this offseason, and maybe he gets out to a slow start. Unfortunately, and I say this because I'm still disgusted over the Deshaun Watson thing. I think the Browns, their kicking situation's been up in the air. How much are you going to get out of Nick Chubb this year? But weirdly enough, I am going to go with the Browns in Week 1 here. I'm going to say that this is going to be one of those that. It'll be an edging game for the Browns. They're going to edge the fans to the point where they're going to be like, oh, my God, we're good. This is the year. We won Week 1 against Cincinnati. And then, of course, they'll drop like easy games later on. But I'm going to say they actually do win this game this week. I'm going Browns here.
Just to get the season going, and I'm not a big Deshaun Watson fan either. He has a lot to prove. Although I hear great reports that he's taking it seriously. He was named team captain. He's been showing up early. He hasn't gotten any massages whatsoever this season, so that's a good start.
You don't know that.
Well, my reports, I have reporters out there in Berea. So I'm going to go with Cleveland. Let's get optimistic. Unfortunately, I won't be watching this game. I'll be on a bird flying back from Dallas, where I'll be headlining the Dallas Comedy Club September 8th and 9th. Come see me. 4 shows, plenty of tickets left. Plenty. Commissioner.
I'm taking the Bengals. I know Burrow's a little banged up, but he's going to play. I'm taking Cincinnati. I think they're a touchdown without the extra point better than Cleveland in Week 1.
Brandt Tobler, and make sure you sign up for his YouTube. He's got a special coming out. Brandt Tobler 307 on YouTube. He's one of the funniest guys working today. You should be bigger. I'll make sure that that'll work. That's happening. By the end of this, you're going to be a household name.
Well, with you saying that, you leave me no choice, and I got to take the Browns. But no, I actually think the Browns are going to be better this year, and I think Cincinnati's a little overhyped too. They're everybody's little darling, and that's a tough division. But I kind of think the Browns might win the division, which is weird because they're just never good, as you guys know. But I like them to come out and win this first game.
They're a very, very bad team for a long time. A lot of quarterbacks. Wait, hold on. Let me pull this one out.
I actually hope the Browns suck.
Hey, Godfrey, you're on my podcast. Who's going to win, Browns or Cincinnati this Sunday?
I think that Cincinnati.
Cincinnati?
I think. Who's the Brown? What's the Brown quarterback? Who's the quarterback?
Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson. Is he dope?
Yeah, he's African American. From he got all those massages.
All those massages. Who's the quarterback for the Bengals?
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow.
He knows less than we do.
Cincinnati by 10.
Wow. Godfrey, what are your plugs? We got to go back to the show.
Instagram, comedian Godfrey on Instagram, and my podcast in Godfrey We Trust, right? On the Gap Digital Network. And I'll be in Minnesota this week. Thursday through Sunday, House of Comedy in Minnesota and the Mall of America.
I'll call you back, man. Thank you.
All right.
Why not?
He knew less than he knows less than we do, Chad.
He doesn't know anything.
Yeah.
I like how you say he's the Browns quarterback. I thought you say he's the Brown quarterback. I'm like, well, that's factually true too.
Yeah, it's all true. Where are we at, Commissioner? I'm lost. I don't.
Jacksonville, another 1:00 game. Jacksonville at Indianapolis Colts.
You lead it off, Commissioner.
Yeah, Jacksonville. This is year 2 for their new coach, Super Bowl winning coach in Philadelphia. Year 2, they're good. They got a great quarterback. I think I'd love to have him on my team, but I'm taking Jacksonville. I'm going to lay. It's 5 points right now. Still 5, right, Tony?
Yes.
Yeah, 5. I'm taking the Jags.
Tony, what do you got?
Did you say Bob and Tom's Indianapolis Colts?
I did not say that.
Anyone from I don't know who's from Jacksonville, but
dude, I want to give a shout out to Bob and Tom right now because as you know, I infamously walked off their show. It was a huge thing. I don't think I was invited back, but they struck my channel years ago, and I asked them to remove the strike, and they did. So thank you, Bob and Tom. I appreciate that. Go ahead, Tony.
Chad, who hasn't struck your channel?
Brandt.
Yeah, I love the channel.
I might just strike your channel so I can get added to the list.
By the way, we talked about this a lot last year. This is what happens when you have a coach that believes in his quarterback. And Trevor Lawrence went from being a horrible debut under Urban Meyer when he's not finger blasting girls at a bar in Dublin.
Whoa! Allegedly. Well,
there's some photos and video out there that kind of prove that otherwise. But and then you get Doug Peterson comes on board, and Trevor Lawrence becomes a fringe Pro Bowler last year. So Jacksonville's the best team in this division. It's not really saying much, and I'm going to go with them as a Week 1 winner against Indianapolis this week.
Mr. Tobler.
Yeah, I'm going Jacksonville. I'll be going against all the rookie quarterbacks making their first start, and I think this guy's an incredible athlete, but I don't think he can throw the ball. So I think they might end up being the worst team in the league this year. He'll have some great highlights, like 10-year-olds will like him, but he's not very. I don't think he's going to be a very good quarterback for a while. So give me the Jacksonville Jags.
I just got an email or a text from my friend says, "Look for a big day from Trevor Lawrence." So, all right, I'll go with the Jags.
Inside information right there.
Yeah, I got guys out there.
Yeah, I believe you.
Did you know Florentine, speaking of Denver, told me the new Miami head coach went to high school with Dan Soder and they're like best friends.
They're like good friends. Yeah, they're like really good friends. Soder's on the sideline with them all the time.
That's so weird.
But yeah.
Yeah, and he's a 49ers guy, which doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, what kind of best friend is that?
That's a shitty friend.
My best friend coached the team. That would be my team.
Just for free tickets alone.
Yeah, just for the hookups.
Yeah. By the way, did you just sneak into another concert recently?
Yeah. No, I stuck into the Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
It's very easy. It's almost too easy now. It was funny because I told Brad Garrett owns a club there in Vegas.
Yeah.
I work his club, and he's just the best guy. And he's a huge Knights fan. And I was like, hey, I'm in town. I'm going to sneak into the game. And he was like, bro, there's no way you'll sneak in. And then I got in before he did. I sent him a picture going up the escalator. I was like, too easy. And he's like, what the fuck? How'd you do it? I was like, I told you, Brad. It was it was way too easy. But yeah, it's fun. I like doing it.
It's fun.
Outrageous, and I just kind of like the gamesmanship of it. Even though I'm just beating idiots that hate their job, it's not like I beat the FBI or something. But I do still take pride in outsmarting a 68-year-old lady who doesn't want to be there for $12 an hour.
Did you get into any of the?
I got him again.
Did you get into Nuggets NBA Finals game? That would have been the big one.
I was in Vegas. It all happened at the same time. So I was gonna go. I was gonna try to double dip, and then you're like, I'll film it, all this great content, and then I'm just fucking lazy. So then I left Denver. I could have snuck into game 1 probably, and then I just went to. I had to do shows in Vegas, so I was like, well, let me just sneak in. But I mean, it was cool to sneak in, but then my shows. There's also a lot of tickets available competing with this championship parade and the Stanley Cup Finals was not good for ticket sales that are already a little low.
Yeah.
And I didn't even go. I didn't even go to my show. I told the owners of the club, "Hey, I'm going to try to sneak in," because I was like, if I get in, no one's going to go to the shows anyway. So if I get in, I'm not coming. And they were like, "That's fine." And then I didn't go, and they still paid me for it. So shout out LA Comedy Club. They were good to me when they didn't have to.
I think I told you, Tony. I told you. I think I told somebody. I've talked about it before. I snuck into the 2000 NBA Cavs finals against the Spurs. Was it 2007?
2007. Yep.
Yeah, and I think it was game. I forgot what game it was, and I didn't even mean to sneak in. I wasn't even looking to sneak in. I was just going to go to a bar and watch it. But I was walking, and one of the news guys, the local news guys I knew, goes, "Hey, Zumock, what's up?" I go, "Hey." So I'm walking with him. We're talking. He has the cameraman with him, and we're walking in through security. And I'm just keep walking. And no one's stopping me. And next thing you know, I'm on the floor. I'm sitting next to Usher because Usher was like part owner at the time.
That's way better than my story. That's awesome.
Well, yeah, then they got swept. So
I was standing by an Usher most of the day night because I didn't have a ticket. But yeah, that's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, I just wanted to Eddie if one up you with my story. Commissioner, I don't know where we're at. I'm sorry. I apologize.
We're at Tampa Bay, Chad Zumock's Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Well, kinda, not really.
At Minnesota. Minnesota giving up 6.
Minnesota.
I don't know. I don't even know what Minnesota is. I know Tampa Bay's not very good. Go ahead.
Well, I'm still pulling for Baker Mayfield. I think he got a raw deal in Cleveland. People hate that guy. And I remember somebody, it was Swartzen. We did the show last week, and he goes, "You guys excited for Baker?" Every night, you excited for Baker Mayfield? Everyone went, "Boo!" I'm like, "All right, I'm pulling for this guy." So I'm going to go Tampa Bay. What's the spread again?
6.
I'm going with Baker. This is his year. He's going to be MVP.
Wow.
Shout out to Brian Klowski. Like this lineup. Good shit, Chad. Thanks, buddy. All right. Tony.
Yeah, I would like to go for Baker, but I mean, this team is just it's just decimated. Brady stayed, just like Bob Hope stayed at the party a little bit too long, and now this team is just in shambles right now. I'm gonna go Minnesota. It's at home, and Baker. I like Baker. I think he got railroaded in Cleveland, but he'll probably throw like 3 picks in this game. We'll see.
So you're saying Baker Mayfield should leave the earth like Bob's Hope?
No, he should live to be 100 and live in Toluca Lake.
And be blind and deaf, right, Tony?
Was Bob Hope blind and deaf?
At the end, yes.
Yeah.
Towards the very end, yeah.
We're all going to be blind and deaf eventually. Right, Ken?
I tell you what, we keep doing this show, I'm going to end up being blind and deaf. Before we get to Brandt, I'm taking Minnesota. Because they're home. If they're in Tampa, I would take the Bucks because the Vikings would win but not cover. So I'm taking Minnesota.
Brandt?
I don't. I watched that thing on Netflix with Kirk Cousins.
Quarterbacks?
He's such a fucking dork, and I think they could be cool to hang out with. So just on print, like I just can't root for. It just ruined it for me. It just is like a fucking nerd. So give me Baker and the boys and Tampa Bay.
Ooh. Brady Quinn. Jesus Christ.
I love. Hey, look, if the chat's just gonna bring up random like old school players, I'm all for it. It's
a challenge right there.
For another time, I got plenty of Chris Christie stories.
Ooh.
John Payton. Yeah. Okay. We'll talk. Well, we'll get it maybe at the end. We'll tease it. That's what we do in the
Park stories from you, Ken.
Jesus. Who do you got, Ken? You already said it, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you guys can.
This is not a very professional show.
There we go. I got lost on here for a minute.
We're doing it.
We're doing it.
I took the Vikings. Where are we? We're at Tennessee at New Orleans.
That's what you tell me where we're at. I don't know where we're at.
Okay, we're at Tennessee at New Orleans. New Orleans giving up 3. I'm taking Tennessee on the road.
I'll go first. The Titans are going to come out and try to steal this with their physical style. But I think the Saints are going to win, and I'll even give a score, 25-16. Boom. Tony Mazur.
I am going to go Tennessee. I think the reason I think the Saints are favored is now they got Derek Carr. Did you see Derek Carr? He's like now he looks like Thor. He's all shredded now. He used to be not really doughy, but then he goes to New Orleans and he's like an Instagram model right now. I'm not believing that. I'm going Tennessee on the road here.
So you're saying he's hot?
He's sexy. I wouldn't kick him out of bread, fruit, and crackers.
Ooh.
Oh, Jesus.
Commissioner, follow that weirdo up.
I actually, you didn't hear. I actually went first. I took Tennessee and the 3.
Brandt Tobler.
I don't know how Derek Carr got hot in New Orleans because when I'm there, I just drink and eat. I just get fatter when I'm in New Orleans. So he must be doing something right. So give me the Saints.
I'm just pulling up these random names these people are putting in the chat.
I love the Jim Otto. I love the Jim Otto reference. And then Otto and George. God damn, I miss Otto and George.
Jim Otto and George.
We're going to have George on the show next week. Sorry. Anyways, we done with that round?
San Francisco at Pittsburgh. San Francisco giving up 2. I don't.
Is Brock Purdy playing?
He's playing. I still don't believe in him. Still don't believe in him. Go ahead, Chad.
Let's go with Tony first since they're a rivalry. We're right next door. Earl Skakel's Pittsburgh Steelers, if Earl's watching.
And Dan Soder's San Francisco 49ers.
There you go.
Yeah, no, I'm going to go Pittsburgh. Do I believe in Kenny Pickett? No, but I probably believe in him a little more than fluky Brock Purdy. So, yeah, I'm going to go Steelers at home here.
Brandt Tobler, who do you got?
I think the Niners. I got the Niners in the Super Bowl, and I think they'll start. I just think Shanahan's a good coach. They got too many weapons. We'll see what Brock Purdy does this year, but I like the Niners. Give me the Niners.
Commissioner.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Pittsburgh.
49ers are good. They might be a Super Bowl team, but I think dummy Steelers are going to pull this one up. I don't even think it will be an upset. I think they're just going to win outright. So I'll go with them. So how are we going to do this poll? Should we have them email us? Like, we'll talk about it at the end of the show if you guys want to stick around. What's the next?
Arizona Cardinals at the Washington Redskins. Washington giving up 7. Arizona is a dumpster fire. Do they have a quarterback?
No, I don't think so. I think Jake Plummer is still quarterbacking for him.
I think it's Jim Hart.
Tony, what about Jake Hudson?
Oh, send him the link. See if he jumps in. But so I'm not sold on Washington very much this year, but Arizona is purposely tanking. They're trying to get the number 1 overall pick, which is kind of crazy because they got, 5 years ago, they got Josh Rosen, and I was reliably told by so many people that Josh Rosen was the most NFL-ready quarterback of the 2018 draft, that and he even said 9 other teams made a mistake by not taking me. And, of course, he's been on, I think, half the teams in the league because he keeps getting cut. And then the very next year, they draft Kyler Murray. And Murray's he had one kind of, okay season. And after that, it was just like, it was like the first half of the season. And then he's just been either injured or ineffective since then. So I think Arizona's just going to tank. So I honestly would bet against them almost every week, unless they're going up to like over 20 with the spread. But I'm definitely going with the Redskins here.
Who else did Brandt pick? I'm lost.
No, I agree with everything he said. That he everything he said is exactly right, and I'm taking the Redskins also, or the Commanders, or whatever they want to be.
We're going to call them the Redskins. We don't give in to cancel culture.
All right, give me the Skins.
I think the Redskins are going to be very improved this year. I'm taking them.
Yeah, give me the filthy, filthy Native Americans who's trying to give us smallpox.
You know what? Houston Texans at Baltimore Ravens. That's 10 points. Baltimore giving up 10? Holy Christ.
Oh, I missed this one, Bill from Jersey. He's the moderator today. Don't get out of hand. He'll throw you out of here. Mike Evans gave Tampa till Saturday to get a new deal. If you don't get it, he wants to trade. May not play Sunday. Tampa is decimated. Love the show. Oh, thank you. God bless. God bless you, Bill. That's a little information. That's our that's like the sideline reporter we went to.
Yeah.
You know,
It's a little
Except
late. We already picked. Now I'm like, why did I pick Baker? But
you can switch. You can
No.
switch.
I can't root for Kirk Cousins. That
Sorry.
was great.
Yeah, thanks. It's like I'm a wacky morning DJ over here.
You got me fired up. I'm so ready for football. So that was got the blood going. Is it on me? I'll make this easy. I'll take
on you.
Baltimore. I always like Baltimore. I think Lamar Jackson's gonna have a big year. So give me the Ravens to beat the Texans.
Tony Mazer.
Yeah, I'm going to go Ravens as well. They, I guess Houston's going with C.J. Stroud, who's a rookie, he's making his first start, and knowing that he played at Ohio State and had very little mobility down there. So a guy who's making his first start against a hungry Baltimore defense, and it's at -10, I'm definitely going Baltimore, especially at home.
What about you, Commissioner? I see you shaking your head. You're disgusted by Tony.
I'm disgusted by Tony and Brandt for that, and Brandt for that matter, jumping on that Ravens bandwagon week 1 for crying out loud. That's too many points.
31, yeah.
Stroud's going to be fine. He's going to be fine. That's an old Baltimore team. I'm taking the Texans, and I'll take those points. F you guys.
Well,
Go
I'm
ahead, Chad, who do you have?
gonna go with the former Cleveland Browns. Well, I'm gonna go with Brandt and Tony.
You sheep.
Round it out. We're sheep. We got to play it safe this first game.
Green Bay Packers at Chicago Bears. Bears giving up a point. That's a pick me.
Who's the new quarterback for the Packers? I really don't know. I forgot.
It's Bart Starr is coming back.
And how's Justin Fields look this year? Is he all right?
I think Toady Fields has got a better drop back than he does.
I think Kim Fields has a better drop back pass.
Come on, I went the old comic with Toady Fields. Are you that young? You don't remember Toady Fields?
Yeah,
She had both her legs amputated.
She had her legs taken off.
Yeah, both her legs taken off.
Oh God, this is This,
Okay, that's funnier than Tootie. I'll give you that.
Thanks.
This should be like a bigger game, but it's not. Like you would think that you're opening week 1, one of the biggest rivalries in the history of sports, and this is just a whatever game. Like you'll kind of look at it in the crawl, and I don't know, maybe it'll be a 17-14 typical NFC North game. I'm going Chicago here in this game, just only because I think I'm a little bit more sold on Justin Fields than Jordan Love at this point.
What do you think about that, Commissioner?
I'm taking the Bears. It's a
The
pick 'em
Bears.
game. I'm taking the home team. I don't know what that Jordan Love is yet.
Although there's a lot of those. So there are 2 teams right now that are kind of up in the air with their stadium thing, and that might be a distraction. I'm not saying this week, but Tennessee, that's a whole weird situation. And then Chicago might be moving out of Chicago. They might be moving way up into the suburbs, almost near the Wisconsin Dells, I heard.
Schaumburg?
Something like that. Yeah, Schaumburg or Lake Forest or something like that. Maybe there's a
think
Bears fan in the chat. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's Lake Forest, Tony. I think you're right.
Brandt, did you ever perform at the Schaumburg Improv?
I did not. Sounds like a wonderful place.
Just picture a mall with a comedy club.
Oh, I've been to a lot of those.
Yeah.
What about a strip mall with a comedy club, like the Funny Stop, where I'll be next weekend with Carlos Mencia?
Are you really opening for Carlos?
I'll be doing shows with Carlos, and maybe I'll be drinking on his tab.
Yeah.
Be careful. He might steal some of your jokes.
He liked my material. He said, that's some ballsy shit, man. Ballsy shit.
I guarantee he didn't watch 1 minute of it.
No, he's probably not.
Yeah, I'm going to go. I think Green Bay is going to pull this one. It's going to be a tough road victory, but they're going to make it happen. Brandt, did you pick?
Not yet.
No, but I was trying to think of a comic from Green Bay. I don't know if there's any. I don't know if I know any Wisconsin comics, but I'll take Green Bay.
Bill from Jersey says both of the Green Bay's wide receivers didn't practice today with hamstring issues. Raiders.
I mean, I'll take the Bears. Thank you, Bill.
Yeah, sorry. I said Raiders. You just switched it up. That's a good super chat.
Bill with the inside information. I can't argue with that.
So the Brandt just switched to the Bears?
I switched it with Bill coming in hot.
There you
I don't know
go.
about that Raiders, but he likes the Raiders actually, so he probably doesn't know shit about football.
No, he does.
Back on Green Bay.
No, he knows a lot. That's so. I
know,
think
back
I
on Green Bay.
As a Bronco fan, I can't. That Raiders thing, I can't support that. So I'm back on Green Bay, actually.
Back on Green Bay. I'm going to cancel my YouTube
My bad.
subscription to you.
But then Reed get it back.
James O'Sullivan, Bears are looking at the Arlington Park racetrack that they bought and tore down, very close to the Woodfield Mall, site of the comedy club that Chad mentioned. Oh, I didn't know that.
Wow, Arlington Park. Holy crap.
Yeah,
I like the sideline reporters in the chat.
Yeah, your viewers are smart. I didn't see all this knowledge coming.
Ken, did you pick already?
Yeah, I picked. I'm Bears. I took the Bears and laid the points. Las Vegas Raiders at Denver Broncos. And what's Sean?
No,
What is
Sam Tripoli's Las Vegas Raiders versus Brandt Tobler's Broncos. Go ahead, Ken.
Sean Payton telling the quarterback to stop kissing babies. You're not running for office. Does Sean have CTE? He has said some really effed up shit this offseason, Brandt.
I love it. He
I knew
after
you would.
Chad comes on the podcast, he'll be episode 3, Diary of a Piece of Shit. It goes Ari, Chad, Sean Payton. I mean, it's going to be beautiful. Russell's a nerd, man. Someone should have told him that. He's fucked up the whole last season. He sucks. And I've got to hang out with him before because when Jeff Dye, comedian, did a podcast with him, and then he was cool until he moved here. I don't know if the elevation or he's just so fucking corny. But with that being said, I will be at this game, and I will be rooting for the mighty Denver Broncos. So take that, Bill. The Broncos wide receivers got good hamstrings, and Nerd Russell's ready to fucking take out your super hot quarterback.
How does Jeff Dye know everybody in the world?
I don't know.
Like, he legitimately knows everybody. Like, he's like sitting courtside at the Lakers games because he knows Jeannie Buss. He's fucking hanging out with Henry Winkler, who played the Fonz. I'm like, how do you know everyone?
It's hot. I've never had these problems. I just stand next to him. I'm just his hanger-oner.
Okay.
You missed it. It was Brandt Tobler's Broncos versus Shuli's Las Vegas Raiders. How dare you forget Shuli?
We're going to get to the story at the end. He'll tell you a Chris Christie story right at the end, right, Ken?
I got plenty of Chris Christie stories. I got plenty of them.
I'm going to go with Tobler's Broncos. Why not?
Good choice.
Let's stick it to that cornball. I got no skin in the game.
I'll go Denver as well. I'm not impressed by this division again outside of Kansas City, but I think out of all these, I'll definitely go Denver this time around.
I'm taking Denver. I'm not confident with the pick because I think they'll win but not cover.
Ooh. Didn't you win last year, the pool?
I won the last 2 years. You know what I should do? It's like with the Emmys, when Mary Tyler Moore used to win the Emmys every year, whoever that was, and she tried to take herself out of it. Or was it was maybe somebody else? So maybe I should take myself out of it so I don't win it every year. So one of you tards can win.
You should take that story out of this podcast.
Oh, snap!
Wow!
Oh,
nice to see you too. Let me cancel that YouTube.
I'm just jealous. I'm jealous that people want this Christie story so much more than.
Bam.
all right.
Philadelphia Eagles at New England. Philadelphia giving up 4.
I think you mean to say Kevin Brennan's Philadelphia Eagles versus
I
Bill
don't think he meant that.
Kevin Hart's Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, Big J Okerson, Ron Bennington's Eagles.
Shane Gillis. He's the king of Philly.
Oh, that's right. And go watch Shane's special. Not that I need. He's already number 1 on the fucking.
Yeah, go watch other comics. He's great, but he doesn't need it.
He really doesn't. He's like
anybody other comic. Just Shane's great, but he's doing just fine. Just pick somebody else to watch.
It's almost lazy to say go watch Shane Gillis at this point.
I'm over it. I'm not plugging any of these fucking multi-millionaires. They're doing great.
Yeah, he's not canceled anymore. I love the guy, but he's fine. He's doing better than anybody on Saturday Night Live at this point.
Ian Bag or somebody. I don't know. Go watch Tripoli. Tripoli supports all comics.
Tripoli has 2. He has 2 kids. He has to take care of too.
Allegedly, who knows?
Yeah.
How could he get that dick to work after everything he put it through? I'll never
Oh
believe.
shit!
If I could
Holy-
barely get hard, there's no way Tripoli could get hard.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Wow.
Shout out to
Let's
Sam. I love you, but
Yeah, same here.
Let's have
But
more. Let's have more
Shit you've done.
Sam Tripoli talk.
we gotta get him on here. Where's he does like 10 podcasts, so he never has time. What I don't even know.
Eagles at Patriots.
Oh yeah,
Eagles giving up 4.
Tony.
I'm not impressed with New England right now. I think the clock's ticking on Belichick. Weird to say that. You could probably said that years ago, but I think the Eagles are the real deal. I think they go back to the Super Bowl again this year, so I'm going Eagles definitely on the road.
Yeah, Mac Jones won't keep up. You think? Let me ask you this: you think Tom Brady will come and play in mid-season somewhere like Miami?
No, he's done.
No.
You think he's done?
He's done. Do you see who hired him today?
Who?
Delta Airlines.
Oh yeah.
Did you see that? Hired him today to be their motivational coach? Give me a fucking break. Yeah, almighty.
He might have a couple things to say about leadership.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Who do you got, Brandt?
yeah, I can root for the Patriots. So I'll be, and I agree. The Eagles are. I think they're so good. I think they'll just be even better this year. I think it's Eagles and the Niners and maybe this team from Dallas in the NFC. I don't know. Maybe they can get it together. But I think it's a 3-horse race. But I like this Philly team a lot. I think hopefully they'll crush the Patriots.
Throw me down for Eagles too, because I hate the Patriots. Let me ask Lance, who's been a member for 2 months. Any chance you'll have Ray on the next week's episode? That's a negative. But thank you.
Bam.
Thank you for signing up. Go ahead.
I'm taking Philadelphia, and I agree with Brandt. I think they're the best team in the NFC. I want to see this Brock Purdy coming off of the Tommy John surgery. Didn't have a strong arm to begin with. Let's see if some of these defenses have caught up with them. Dallas is definitely an improved team, but Philadelphia, they are loaded. So I'm taking Philadelphia.
How many games we have left? 2?
No, we have
4.
4 games left. Miami, Jim Florentine's Miami Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Against Gino Bisconte's Los Angeles Chargers. And someday Gino and Chad are going to be buddies again. I'll give 7 on that. 7 points.
This is going to be a long road trip for the Dolphins, but they're going to pull it out by 1. I guarantee it. But looks like the Chargers going to cover the spread. That's a terrible Florentine. I usually can do a good one.
Yeah, it's 3 points.
Oh, it's 3 points.
You're taking the Chargers, you said?
Yeah, because I think Dolphins going to win it by like a point or 2. 3's too much.
Oh.
That's my expert opinion.
Listen, I'm taking the Chargers. They're going to win by a touchdown.
Brandt Tobler, who you can go subscribe to his, if you're just joining us, he's got a special coming, and it's what better way to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go there right there and follow him on Twitter. He's a good follow.
Perfect.
He talks shit. Go ahead.
I will talk some shit. You know what? I forget what we're on, but I think the Chargers. Give me the Chargers. I agree with you guys. I think Chargers finally have a big year, and I think, which might be bad for my Broncos, but I think the Chargers are going to be tough this year.
Kellen Moore's there now.
I think
There you go.
I think the Chargers. Well, I think Justin Herbert's got to make that jump because he had a nice rookie year, not as good the second year, but he's got to make that jump. I don't see it the first week. I'm going to go Dolphins on the road here.
Listen, you can pick Miami all you want. You're not going to open up for Florentine.
Oh, I actually may. He's coming to town soon, so
I got a better chance of opening up.
that's true.
I'm only messing with you, Tony. Los Angeles Rams at Seattle. Seattle giving up 5.
Wait. Kate Quigley's Los Angeles Rams.
Katie.
Oh,
yeah,
geez,
Katie.
I haven't heard her name. She's still doing comedy?
Yes, she
Allegedly.
is. Katie's out there.
She's not doing Los Angeles Rams anymore, though. I think she was, but times have changed.
Or Hootie.
The Dolphins don't
Yeah.
get it right.
She used to be a Dolphins fan, I guess. The Dolphins made her
Yeah,
cry.
isn't Hootie a Dolphins fan?
Yeah.
You remember that song about the Dolphins make me cry, and then Kate Quigley made him. Well, he probably made Kate cry. I don't know who dumped who. If I had to guess,
Rest in peace, Foo.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Foo.
Yeah.
I never met him, but
Tony.
rest in peace.
rest in peace. Kate Quigley. Career.
I don't know who picked. I don't know. We're a little rusty. This is the first episode.
Rams at Seahawks. Seahawks giving up 5. I'll go first. Rams sold out to win the Super Bowl a couple years ago. I don't even know if their quarterback's playing. I have no idea if Matt Stafford's even healthy. I'm taking Seattle.
They got a lot of young players this year too, so they got a good coach.
And he's
I'm gonna
good
go
with young players.
Yeah, I'm going Seattle big time. I think this is gonna be a blowout. Even on the road. Yeah, rack me.
Yeah, I think. The Geno Smith thing was a nice story last year. I don't know how much they're going to get out of that, but the Rams are garbage. The Rams are going to be probably fighting with Arizona for that top pick, so I'm going Seattle for week 1.
Yeah, I agree. I think Rams are terrible, and Seattle looks good, so I think this should be a blowout.
No need for that. None. I just want to transition to the next game.
Uh-oh. Got a big one here.
Oh, Cowboys. Cowboys at New York Giants. Cowboys get up 3.5.
Dude, I'll be in Dallas on Sunday. How about that?
There you go. It's a Sunday night game.
I'll be flying out. So
Cowboys have not won a season-opening game under Mike McCarthy. They're going to fucking crush the Giants. Are you kidding me? Is this a joke?
You're not buying the Daniel Jones hype?
Oh, 3.5 points? With this Cowboy defense and that great Cowboy quarterback? Listen, it's not going to be a blowout. I'm taking Dallas. They'll cover. Dallas is a much better team than the Giants, but they are at home. As long as the Cowboys don't miss the team bus to the stadium, they should win this game and cover.
Well, you would know better. Tony, go ahead.
Yeah, they're playing at the Ghetto Lands, right, Ken?
The Ghetto Lands, Tony. Way to go, pal.
So,
good callback, buddy. Good callback.
What comedian's a Giants fan?
I know Eddie Trunk from That Metal Show, which is on at 7:00 on YouTube today. If you guys want to watch Don, Eddie, they got
John Five.
John Five from Motley Crue now.
So I'm going to go Dallas here. Yeah, as Ken said that Mike McCarthy, that they have gotten off to slow starts. Is Dallas going to win the Super Bowl this year? Probably not. But I'm not buying the Daniel Jones hype. So definitely going Dallas week 1 here.
Is it still 3.5? Someone in the chat saying 3. Is it still 3.5?
I got 3.
All right, that means it's 3. So it's 3. I'm still taking Dallas. You're taking Dallas, Tone?
Yes.
So it's 3.
Brandt, what about you?
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with Kamish in the first Cowboys hat ever made. I don't know. You gotta get Is that the last time they made the playoffs?
No, that was last year.
Oh yeah. No, I'm going to go with
the original. The original is just a plain old blue D, Brandt.
Yeah, I like it. I'm going to go with the Cowboys. I think they got a good team, and I think they come out strong this year.
Ken bought that hat when the TV show Dallas had their first pilot.
Yeah, and you were 11 years old, right? How old were you then? You were 11 years old.
Speaking of me, come see me this Friday and Saturday at the Dallas Comedy Club. Cheap tickets. Anyway, I can get somebody there. I don't care. Tell someone in Dallas to come. I'm going Dallas too. Throw me down for that one. All right, where are we at now?
Monday night, Buffalo at New York Jets. Buffalo giving up 2.5. Wow.
I'll come out of the gate.
Oh.
I think Buffalo's going to ruin Aaron Rodgers' debut. It's going to be they're going to fucking roll him. It's going to be a mess. He's going to have to go on Pat McAfee and talk about, whatever.
You should have
Tony.
You should have McAfee on here.
Yeah, send him a link.
Yeah, I'll send him a link.
Yeah,
I did Bob and Tom with McAfee. He's a cool guy. You remember
Yeah,
Morty's?
Yeah, he's a cool dude. That's when he was just starting to do stand up, and
Yeah,
he's no Chris
Like,
Christie, but he's pretty cool.
yeah, that's true. No,
Yeah.
we did a show at Morty's, and he came out and hung out and got drunk. He was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going Bills here. Even though I think the Bills take a step back again this year. I'm not buying them to be like every year for the last 3-4 years. They're kind of the darling. Like, oh, I'm going with the Bills. I think this is the Bills year. They haven't really even gotten close to it. They'll win week 1. They'll ruin Aaron Rodgers' little party here, but I don't see the Bills making it to the Super Bowl this year.
Ken?
I'm taking the Jets. I'm buying.
Ken, by the way, you look good. You lost a little weight. I could see.
I'm down 32 pounds. Just don't lose it the way I did. Don't get sick and almost die on the way to the hospital. So I'm maintaining. Right. I'm down 32. So let's see if I can continue to keep the weight off. But I don't subscribe for people to lose weight that way. But I'm taking the Jets. I'm buying into Aaron Rodgers, at least for week 1. Because that Jet defense are monsters. They're monsters. And they're going to give the Bills all they can handle. So I'm taking the 2.5. It's still 2.5, Tony. I'm taking the 2.5.
Yes.
Yeah, throw me down for that one too.
What, the Jets? You're changing already?
Yeah, no, forget it. I'll go. Let's just keep my original one. I want Aaron Rodgers to have a bad day on Sunday. That's just my thing.
Well,
did everybody pick?
No, waiting for Brandt.
Oh, yeah. Give me my Wyoming boy, Josh Allen, and the Bills. I think he ruins Aaron's little party, and that defense is good, but Josh Allen's also pretty good.
Where did you grow up in Wyoming?
Cheyenne, the capital.
Wow.
It's not.
Isn't that where Phil Jackson? Isn't that where Phil Jackson lives now?
No, he's Montana.
Oh, okay.
Same thing.
Same thing.
It's all fucking mountains all over.
Yellowstone. It's all this TV show Yellowstone. We're just a bunch of cowboys killing people. Ornery little daughters. All our daughters are whores, and we just kill people. That's what we do in Wyoming and Montana.
What? Do we have any other picks?
That's it, buddy. That's week 1.
All right, before we close it out, give us a Chris Christie story so this guy will shut the hell up.
All right, I got a lot of them, but I'm only going to give one. So when Chris was running for governor, he was down here in South Jersey at all these different fundraisers, and there was always a buffet out for the donors and stuff like that. Always a big buffet.
That sounds pretty on brand.
Yeah,
right now.
well, but there was always a room off to the side where Chris had a private buffet. So we didn't see much of him until it was time for him to come out and make a speech. But he was a hell of a nice guy and gave a hell of a great speech. I got some other ones that I'll never tell.
This isn't one of those where, I saw he hugged Barack Obama after Sandy, but apparently Tucker has an interview that's out with somebody who claimed to do coke and have sex with Obama back in 1999.
Oh, I heard about this.
Yeah, I guess it's good. Getting released actually right now. Better end this so I can get some juicy goss.
Yeah, so Tony can watch that interview.
I know, I'd be with my pants off.
Again, this one's gonna be out for free, but we're gonna do a Patreon. We're gonna have it out. But for now, you just get used to the show. We're gonna be doing it all year long. Have great guests like Brandt. Possibly have Brandt back.
Should we do Super Bowl picks since it is week 1?
Sure. You go ahead with it's your idea.
I'm going rematch. I'm going rematch, but Eagles win this time.
I'll say Philadelphia will win the Super Bowl, but I don't know who's gonna. I don't know if the Chiefs will. I don't know. What do you think, Ken?
Dallas and Jacksonville, with Jacksonville winning on a last-second field goal from 58 yards out.
The Jimmy Smith Bowl.
Break your heart. I don't know why, but I think Kansas City's just going to deal with injuries. I think Mahomes, I don't know why, I just think Mahomes is going to get hurt this year. So I think Buffalo can't get by KC, but they can't without Mahomes. So I got Buffalo against the Niners with Tom Brady quarterbacking the Niners, coming back midseason.
You know what?
And
That was his childhood team. He loved that team.
Allen, yeah. And so I got Niners beating the Bills.
And Dan Soder coaching Tom Brady. Why not?
Let's do it.
All right, before we close this one out, let's do plugs one more time. Tony, we'll start with you.
Yep, I have my free podcasts out on the major platforms. Go to patreon.com/Tony Mazer, $3 a month for extra podcasts. And I'll be with Carlos Mencia coming up next weekend at the Funny Stop Comedy Club in our great, great area, Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio.
Ask him if he's going to do Joe Rogan's Mothership anytime soon.
I will ask him. I'll see if he has any Cosby jokes he wants to tell, too.
Brandt, what about you? Let's plug that again. Let's get some people over.
Yeah, please just go to my YouTube channel. New podcast with Ari just came out. I have a podcast tomorrow with Sylvia Sage, a very hot and funny porn star. She tells incredible stories. That'll come out weekly on YouTube and Spotify and Apple. I'll be in Las Vegas at the LA Comedy Club the last week of September and hanging out at Skankfest. And then
that's in October, right?
Yeah. And then I'm in Denver. I perform at Comedy Works in Denver all the time. And if you need to sneak into an event, shoot me a DM and I'll help you. I have a few new tricks up my sleeve. So if there's an event you want to go to and you don't have a lot of cash, just shoot me a message and I'll get you in, and you can send me a couple bucks on Venmo when it works.
I follow you on social media. You just stuck into a Pop Stars event, right?
Oh yeah, they gave me I had a whole, it was like the 50 years of hip hop, and this liquor company gave me a couple tickets, but then when I got there, I had a whole box to myself. That was pretty cool. where I wanted to be at a hip hop, just wanted to be a white guy dancing and singing whatever lyrics I wanted to all by myself in a private box. So it was pretty cool.
That's awesome. Ken, what do you got to plug since you're the commissioner? You're running
I'm
shit.
not plugging anything. This is my plug right here. I enjoy this show. I have a lot of fun doing this show, so I'm good with that. But Colorado and Nebraska, someone in the chat, I'm not buying into Colorado just yet. I'm taking Nebraska over Colorado.
You're not on board the Deion Sanders hype train right now?
Not yet. What were they up?
He's fun though.
They were up 10. What were they up? 10 or 14 at one point in time, and they had to come back, and they won by 3. You know, let's slow that roll. I'm taking Nebraska.
Let me tell you something. Out here in Denver, it's harder to go to that game than the Bronco game. That Saturday ticket's harder than the Bronco Raider ticket, it's the most hype game in the world. Anybody who's anybody will be at this game on Saturday that lives in the Denver area. It's wild.
Do they love Coach Prime there?
Oh, he's the king.
Yeah.
He's the king right now.
Yeah. It's all white people that just want a black friend out here anyway, so this is like their guy. They're just fucking, they feel good about themselves. They're like, oh, I like one of them. So it's kind of corny, but
I'll buy in the Colorado. I'll buy in the Colorado if not only if they beat Nebraska, but beat them badly. Then I'll buy into Colorado.
Well, they'll beat Nebraska and then Colorado State, but then they have like Oregon and USC. Yeah. That's when we'll see if they're actually good. I think they'll beat this shitty Nebraska team.
Well, there you have it, guys. Go subscribe to this on iTunes if you just want to listen to the audio. And again, Patreon will be out next week. For Ken Mosca, Tony Mazer, Brandt Tobler, I'm the Z-Man. See ya. Bye. Bye.